What's up, Michigan Disc Golf fam? It is Matt Jackson here, sitting next to my buddy
Clayton Hodge,
and we are here to give you the Johnson Park Championship.
the fifth one.
The fifth one. Rock on.
Fifth one, yeah.
So today we have some of the best golfers in the Grand Rapids area taking on I guess I can remember Johnson being a famous course. It started early in the Grand Rapids disc golf community age.
Golf, yeah. Here we go. What do we got here? Up first here we got Willie Prince, Grand Rapids legend, pro, 1003 rating, 28 career wins.
Sponsored by Discraft and a Crusher.
Absolutely. Next we got my good friend Trevor Balfour. Oh, look at that suave hair go. Yep. Tennis player, disc golf player.
And just a good dude in general. We got Jeff Keely, PDJ number 25330, 975 rated, and the nicest man, and he is quite the golfer. And last to follow it up is Robert, and he is a buddy from Alpena, and his game is on fire this year. If you don't know the name, you will soon.
Hole 1, 300 feet. Pretty simple and straightforward here. We got a backhand hyzer out wide, typically with something overstable. Looking to skip in towards that green right there. Typically, you're not going to reach out of the air unless you go high.
True, and really the only miss is sawing it off early into the woods.
100% is where you don't want to be.
We got Jeff to tee off first.
So you got something higher speed in his hand.
Looking T-Bird, maybe Destroyer.
Yeah.
You hang it out wide, and honestly, the disc is going to do all the work to get you right to the pin, and that is perfect.
20 feet, 25 feet, not too bad. Willie's up next.
So I'm probably a Raptor, something a little bit slower, I would assume.
Looks stable.
And that's
coming in.
And he's going to like that.
Watch your head, Willie. Goodness gracious.
I'm excited to watch him golf today, Robert, because he just took second place at the Deerfield Open, and he has been putting up some really good numbers.
A little wide here. Coming in, might be outside the circle.
Skip looking. Circle's edge, probably?
No.
Inside, for sure.
Yep.
And to follow it up, we got Trev.
TB. Here he comes.
Hanging, I'd assume a FD3, but I'm not sure.
He's a Discmania boy for sure. Loves that stuff. Oh.
And again,
try.
4 really good shots there. Little first putt of the round is always kind of a little knee knocker. Let's see how he does.
Knee knocker, I like that. Nice
Bam,
spot,
confident, dead center.
Yep. Easy money.
Trev, looks like everyone's going to be cleaning up. Ooh.
Good putt.
Good putt. Hit the pole a little hard.
Yeah.
And Willie, again, watch your head, buddy.
Slam dunk.
Great shot. That's how you want to start.
That's a good start for sure. You pretty much want to birdie every hole here, though, I feel like.
It feels that way, but
yeah.
Man, it's a lot harder than you think it is.
100%.
Hole 2, we have 311 feet with a steep incline coming at about the 250 mark. I mean, you're marching kind of straight uphill at that point. Plays a little bit longer than that.
Yeah, I like to throw higher speed on this one.
Jeff Keely stepping up. Again, throwing that same disc he threw on 1, which most people will do.
There's a little high.
Looks a little sawed off.
On this play, I feel like you really want to go straight towards the basket. You're kind of just gunning it straight at the hill.
And the hill catches it.
100%. You're not worrying about going too high. You don't want to throw it too high, in fact.
Willie again going, looks like an Onyx.
There you go. Right.
That's what I was picturing as a good shot. It's going to drill right into the side of the hill.
Right there, yep.
And should put him right within 20 feet. Another big
shout out to Crew 42 on the back right there.
For sure.
Yep. A little wide. See if it fades in there.
Looks like it's coming in nicely.
Well, that's going to be a tough one.
Yeah.
Hole 2.
It's a scary putt. I've seen a lot of crazy things happen on this basket.
100%.
And TB to follow the card up.
TB lining up on the side of the pad. Must be his rhythm.
A little sawed off. I don't think he liked it.
No.
And again, it's going to be a putt, but
he can run that one, though. He's got the back of the hill drop on him.
I totally agree. I've just seen a lot of crazy things happen on this basket.
Here it comes.
He's a phenomenal putter.
No.
Don't do it.
Stop. Screwed you. Now, I'm thinking this isn't going to be the first time we see this today. I've heard
course
some stories.
Is so infamous for those type
of shots. Yeah, rollaways, baby.
For his par.
It's a unique leg play right there. Here we go.
This is the putt that a lot of people have on this hole. You know, you hang it out just a little bit and you're pin high.
He's got a little anti-flight on his putt, doesn't he?
That.
Yeah.
Keely. Circle's edge.
Early round jitters.
Just left, yeah, for sure. Early tournament. And Willie, about 25 feet.
Dude, his stamp is so sweet.
It does. I think he still has a few out there. If you want to support a local pro, please please DM him because his stamp does look really good this year.
Looks so sick.
And to clean up par.
There we go. On to the next one. This hole's a little bit different than in years past. They cut up the side of the fairway on hole 3.
I haven't been back since, but I have heard, and it makes the hole is a lot better, is what I've heard.
Yeah, no, I'm excited to see how the pros play this one. You can go a lot more inside. So
what up, Donut?
Donut.
Hole 3, 205 feet, but before they cut out the edge, it was nothing but a 350-foot spike hyzer, and it was tough. But it looks
spray and pray, really. You just throw it up high and pray that it didn't roll down the hill.
For sure. Again, famous Johnson pin placement on the edge of a hill, so you kind of hope nothing happens.
Here it comes.
You see how he's lining up on the side of the pad. It is to give it that approachable angle. And that is where 80 to 90% of shots will go on this hole. Yep. As a backhand, right-hand player. Like, you're going to go straight, hit the side of the hill, and it's going to keep you straight.
Lining up on the side of the pad again. Here it comes.
That looks like a good line. And
that's close.
Circle's edge.
Even closer.
Yeah, for sure. That's a great shot. Robert. Wish I knew what was in his bag. A little skip.
Yeah, that's what you're going to see if you play a little bit too low. That counter skip, that pushing forward skip is tough. You do see a lot of sidearm rollers on this play, but not so much since they cut out the edge of the fairway right there.
TB.
That looks good.
Give him a skip. It's going to stick right in. Boom.
Yup, that's money.
And that's how you recover from a Johnson rollaway.
100%. Good play.
This looks 40 feet for me. It's going to take a lot of power to get it to the basket.
Yep, and it looks windy right there.
It
was windy that day, I'll tell you that.
Willie from a little outside circle. Just left side, yeah. Yep. Keely looks again, circle's edge. Kale trap. The basket didn't like it. It doesn't get much better than that shot from Trevor right there.
Fuck, it's a good catch.
Good recovery, Trev.
Yeah, let's go.
People will be cleaning up their pars. Again, I don't know the statistics off the top of my head, but I imagine this is a lower than 50% of the field gets the 2.
Let me tell you. It's right now the average on this hole, the first round, was 2.77.
Interesting.
Yep.
We are off to hole 4, 222 feet. To me, the easiest hole on the course.
And in fact, this one did play the easiest during this round.
And it is pretty straightforward. You can go forehand, backhand, straight at it, going over a little valley, and you will see a lot of ace runs on this hole. TV going straight at it with a putter. Imagine Sky God.
Straight at it. I wonder why. I wonder if it was a little bit too windy to trust that wide hyzer. I feel like that's the play, the spike hyzer on this play.
I agree with you there.
You want to go past it too far.
Willie, it looks like a zone to me. This is the hyzer that we're talking about.
Yep.
And he'll get a little skip. And he's going to like that a lot.
Yep. It's right inside circle. 25 feet, 20 feet. It's no big deal.
Jeff. Going with his putter, which is either a rhino or a caltrop. And again, that outside hyzer. Sure. And it is parked.
It's just too good. That's nice. That's exactly what you expect on this hole.
So consistent. I agree, Clayton.
Yeah.
Robert, I imagine it's a zone 2, the outside hyzer.
Pin. Oh, great shot.
Like I said, there's really nothing in the way here. You really want to get the 2. Great putter, Trev. That looked like it went through the basket.
Through the basket.
I'm not sure how that didn't catch. Good cleanup from Willie.
There we go.
Look, more than he wanted, but I'm not worried. Whoa.
Good putt. Sneaky.
We call those butt clenchers. I could see in his khaki shorts.
There we go.
And these are honestly the putts that you want on this hole.
That was an Innova disc right there. Could be a rhino.
He does love his rhinos.
Likewise, brother.
I know that. And like you see, 3 out of the 4 people getting their birdies.
Yup. Hole 5, 235. For me as a right-handed player, I like to throw a spike sidearm hyzer down there. Hoping to land a little short. There's OB right behind the basket here, so you have something a little scary in the backdrop there, but typically these trees or these branches right here are going to catch you if you throw it high enough and wide enough to spike in there.
This is the hole of the infamous jump putt ace. Shout out to Sam Merdeza.
He jump putt ace this?
With a wolf, I believe.
Get out of here. That is gross.
The kid is unreal. If you have not heard the name, you will.
Yeah, that is some stupid stuff. I love it.
See, like Clayton said, the forehand, there's just a lot of room out there. A little, let's say you tugged it a little bit too far left, it still gives it time to come back in towards the basket. In years past, there is an OB rope long, so you do need to keep that in mind on your speed.
Still there. It's about 10 feet to 15 feet behind the basket. It's really close.
This looks like it's coming in nicely. Nice shot, Rob. Forehand from Trevor.
That's the play right there for me.
And it won't move once it hits the ground.
Yep. Spike it in there.
Boom, and he's going to love that.
Beautiful. Oh, this is a little bit longer than I thought it was going to be. Okay.
He is known for a good jump putt, though.
Wow.
Good bid.
That felt like that was in the air forever.
For a long time. I agree. Keely a little bit tucked into the woods, but I think you can see the basket.
That's too tough.
Too tough, yeah.
All right, here we go.
Let's get that confidence going. Bam.
Dead center
Good
again.
putt.
Let's go.
That's 2 in a row for Robert. And Trev with a smash 2.
And that disc pops out of his hand pretty good.
So fast.
Yeah.
He is a phenomenal putter.
2 or 3 years ago, he improved his putter so much, man. Started working at the disc golf shop.
Yep. And I imagine as business is slow, you sit and practice your putt.
Hours on hours.
It shows, Trevor. I love watching you
Can't say I'm not
putt.
jealous. I'm a little bit jealous.
Hole 6, 203 feet. This hole is quite the doozy. You are actually going straight uphill. It probably plays closer to 375 to 300. You'll see a relatively neutral to stable fairway driver to get the speed to get up the hill. Once you crest the top of the hill, it's a good shot. It's hard to get it all the way up there.
You have 3 different plays, actually. You can go backhand, you can go sidearm, and there is an over-the-top thumber play.
I love the thumber play. When I played this Johnson Championship a couple years ago, I go thumber, and I find it to be a little bit more consistent. That looks good. He loves it. Nice shot, Trevor.
Nice shot.
Willie looks like he's going maybe buzz. Almost a putter.
This is one of those holes where if you get caught up on the right side, you're taking a 4 most of those times.
It's
so thick.
So thick.
That's
most of Johnson's rough is still there.
Yeah, that backhand does scare me just for that reason. I like to go over the top for that.
Jeff, I believe, is going T-bird, and that is a common miss on the backhand, is sawing it off early to avoid that right.
You're still going to have that shot right here where you can get up and down. That right side's too thick. Still decent here.
Kind of probably pitching up.
Yep, I would imagine. Pretty good play, though.
Definitely. Someone's right under the basket. Nice up there.
Yeah, that under the basket shot has to be Willie.
Yeah, it kind of did, the catch cam didn't show, but that is a great shot. Good putt, Trevor.
Yep. Starting to get in rhythm here. Everybody's keeping pace so far.
Nice putt from Rob. You gotta just cheer for him because he's wearing the Crew 42 shirt.
You gotta love it.
And everyone else kind of cleaning up. And we're off to hole 7.
Willie, 2 shots under the basket so far.
To almost concussion range where you're gonna knock your head.
Another hole where there's multiple plays. You go backhand through the 2 trees here, side out wide, which you don't see on the camera view, which is it's a legit play, or you can go thumber over the top if you have that 300 to 275 foot thumber range.
It says 307, and it actually kind of plays on the dot. It's a little bit downhill, but with the tree line, you need to get up and over. You see Trevor didn't quite get it high enough.
Little grip lock came off his finger a little late.
I see a goofy face, so maybe it fought through. I'm not sure. You'll see a lot of guys go with a straight to stable disc right through that. You see that right edge. Straight to stable. That looks really nice.
They did a really good job cleaning this up. It was getting really tight earlier this year as well. Cut a few branches off on the right side.
And that is a great shot.
Another good one. Yep.
Robert going with the backhand.
That was a little low, looks like.
A little low and a little right, but it might stable up enough to give him a putt. He's going to be circle 2 probably.
It's going to be a tester for sure.
Jeff Keely looks a little sawed off. And that's what happens at Johnson is each pin is placed perfectly to make you have to throw a perfect approach.
Let's see what we
He
got
looks
here.
like he's in the jungle. Did not get out after his first attempt. Give him something. And again, he's going to be short. He's going to be circle 2, putting for his 4.
Oh, this looks like a tough one.
Coming back up that steep hill. Low ceiling. Floaty didn't quite get the nose up enough. Trevor to save his bogey.
Sit down, yep.
Yep, we're going to just forget about this one and head to the next one for Trev. Rob for his birdie.
Oh, good run.
Ooh,
did it hit the
run.
basket?
It looked like it kissed chains a little bit. That was a good putt, Robert. Willie for his birdie.
Great
Bang.
pop. Way to use the legs. Looking
Bang.
good.
Strokes on folks.
For sure.
Little cleanups. Nice putt for par. And Trevor just is thinking, get me off this hole. Good
On to
cleanup.
Next.
Next hole we go. I would know from personal experiences at this course / tournament, it is hot. You're marching up and down steep hills all day, and
Look at that wind
fatigue.
in the cam.
It does look windy.
Oh,
fatigue
yeah.
kicks in quick. Hole 8 at 299 feet. It is a straight to right turning hole with a small, what I say, mouth that you need to get to before you start taking that right turn. You'll see a lot of forehands, or honestly just a straight backhand gets you out there to see a putt. He's throwing the turnover backhand, and this looks nice if it gets through. Couldn't quite see, but it was close.
I think it got eaten up.
This is what I enjoy throwing, is a big forehand
Like
that
over
powers you
early.
through. But if you saw it off early, you're looking at a potential bogey.
Another backhand, flippy disc maybe. Yep,
Sidewinder would be my guess. T-bird.
somewhere right around there. That's looking good. As soon as you hit that gap, you know you have a putt out at least.
And that is important on this hole, is just looking at a putt.
Yep.
Trevor going with a big forehand. It's a beautiful forehand.
Using his tennis skills to his best ability with that sidearm.
Oh, it looks like
Oh,
it just
clipped
kissed
the
that
branch.
last tree, yeah. And this is what happens, is you gotta get a patent pending, just kind of save your par. Willie with a beautiful upshot. I think Robert's in the woods too. Trevor's looking at probably 60 feet up the hill around the corner. And again, safe par.
Tap it in. No big deal.
These are the par saves I was mentioning earlier. Still a jump putt.
Great shot.
And
Get
Jeff
out
is
there.
going to be looking at probably a 20-footer for his birdie to get strokes on the card. And there it is. Great putt, Jeff.
Smooth.
He's
relaxed.
happy about that one, and I would be too. Like I said, this hole can instantly turn to a bogey if you don't make it to that mouth.
Anytime you could take strokes on your card, it's a big deal in this tournament.
I totally agree. It is close to a kind of deuce or die type of course where you're kind of bummed if you don't find your birdies.
It certainly feels that way. You can go neg 14 out here, no big deal.
For sure. Hole 9, we have 308 feet. It is a slightly uphill dogleg left that requires a good speed control coming into the pin. A good straight to hyzer disc on the right hand backhand is the most common play. And again, you just need to execute a good drive. Jeff looks like it's sawed off a little bit. Hitting the tree early, which is going to give him an up and down for par most likely.
Yeah, for me, I'm not throwing over that small tree with something overstable. Let it fade back in. There is a lot of skip play on this green.
Definitely. Fast green, and it is a downhill behind the pin, so you're likely to skip past the pin.
Right over that small tree. This is looking good.
And here's the skip we're probably talking about.
Oh,
a little short.
It bit. That's good.
He'll be inside the circle looking for a birdie.
Is this a mid-range?
I can't. It looks like a fairway.
Okay,
Robert throwing maybe a Raptor.
Like a taller fairway. I like that.
Looked a little yanked, but it's coming in nicely. He might not have a look, but we'll have to see. Royal Rage FD2, it looks like.
Yup.
Great disc for this hole. It looks straight. To have it hyzer out.
Yeah.
See if we get the skip. And that is close to perfection.
Beautiful. He could power down with that disc. Know that he's not going to skip too far. Smart play.
Jeff with his approach shot. And looks like, again, his Rhino to a good safe distance. He might have a little bush to deal with, but a little Annie putt for Robert. Good up.
Safe.
Willie for his birdie from about circle's edge.
Beating the AM long putt.
That is impressive. Yeah, for sure.
All right,
Jeff for his par. And it looks like everyone else will kind of be cleaning up their par as well. And Trevor will be tapping in his birdie. Taking out the focus.
Hits the routine every time. Doesn't matter what distance.
That's good. I mean, smart. A lot of pros say that the routine is the most important aspect of your putt. Is make sure you go through that same routine every time you step up to a 10-foot putt or a 50-foot putt.
Yeah.
Good birdie, Trev. That is the front 9 for the Johnson Championship. We have Willy Prince with a scorching 6 under first 9, and everyone else is actually still on a good pace.
Zach Vaughn shooting a neg 7.
Neg 7 through the
Holy
first
cow.
9. That's fire.
Yeah.
And we will catch you guys for the back 9.
Yep. Shout out Crew 42 and GRDGU.
Appreciate you guys having us on.
Absolutely. Great Lakes Disc Golf as well.
Absolutely.